It is time for the final time this evening, for the final time this season. It is time to wind them up and let them go. Who is going to be bravest on the brakes? Who's going to have the good start this time around? It's a great start from the front. It looks like a decent start by everybody. 2 left at the back. It's Kev Straw. He's now underway. Sean Morton is very, very slow. Strange goings on there, side by side, coming through farm. As Jameson leads Gillone. Whoa, that's a little bit deep. There's Aaron Large. He's spun it. He's facing the wrong way. Oh, that must be terrifying. He's reversed to try and get out of the way, but that's actually put him in the path of Colin Dunn, who's down into 18th position. Oh no, a disaster for the AM Championship, but it does look like broadly everybody has survived. On the run down towards Stowe, here comes Gillone side by side with Jameson again. Gillone's going to have the inside line. Here's Brendan Van Heeden in 3rd position with a great view of the battle ahead of him. Jameson's gone deep. Is Brendan Van Heeden going to try and draw side by side? There's Jake Mays in 4th. Gary Cooper 5. Miles Dixon 6th. Heavy on the brakes. Oh, Van Heeden tried to draw alongside Jameson, but Alex was having none of that. Jake Mays right in there to try and get involved. Gary Cooper's gone deep. Is Miles Dixon going to try and capitalise? My goodness, that's where who was it? It was Danny Kvyat and Kevin Magnussen came together a couple of weeks ago. These guys managed to make it stick. Roy Grassi up into 7th position. Mark Holmes in 8th. Great start for them. Nick Bailey in 9th with a whole heap of company right behind him. Wow, as we saw Alex Rhodes really bouncing around. That's a very unusual line, Alex Rhodes. You're going to be given a penalty if you don't back off from there. Look at this lot. Gillone's got himself a bit of leeway from Brendan Van Heeden, who has managed to make the move stick on Jameson. But right behind is Jake Mays, Gary Cooper and Miles Dixon, all in a great scrap for the top honours. Gillone's got himself a second's breathing space, which is not a great deal. Look at the view from Dixon, who is at the back of this particular train. Oh, that's Jake Mays has gone deep. Oh, Dixon tried to maintain the line, just understeered into Cooper, but no harm, no foul there. Cooper's thinking about an inside manoeuvre coming into Vale. No such luck there. Door is slammed shut. Nudge there from Dixon on Cooper. As they complete another lap right behind them, Roy Grassi has got a great ringside seat for everything going on ahead of him. There's Gary Cooper thinking about a move on Jake Mays. No such luck. Nick Bailey and, oh my goodness, that's Mark Holmes well in the top 10 now. Oh, look what's going on behind them. There is Colin Dunn. Where's Callahan? It's 17th again. Once again, wherever I ask where one is, the other one's in 17th. Goodness me. So advantage Colin Dunn in that particular scrap. Bit of a lock-up there. I think it was Miles Dixon. But everyone except for Sean Morton is in the midst of a pack. Sean Morton is about 5 seconds behind with that very odd issue at the beginning. Oh, someone's just booted a cone into orbit. There's Nick Bailey fending off Mark Holmes for 8th position. Mark thinking about an inside manoeuvre. But doesn't commit to it. Bit sideways there from the Scuzzle. And a time penalty. 4 seconds time penalty for Gary Cooper. That's going to hurt. That is really going to hurt. Up front though, Brendan has broken free of Jameson. So has Jameson got damage? And what is this cameraman doing? He's not looked in the right position all day long. So Jameson is lost the back of Brendan Van Heeden. Jake Mays is right in there, with Miles Dixon, Gary Cooper and Roy Grassi getting involved now. So the top 7 separated by less than 4 seconds. Gillone's going to have a lot of work to do. Brendan Van Heeden's proven himself. Well, he's won races in this series when his bad luck hasn't befallen him. And Jameson is really falling into the clutches of that chasing pack right behind him. There, at the top of the shot is Nick Bailey and Mark Holmes with Jay Daniels in hot position. Well, actually, pretty much everybody down to 14th behind Nick Bailey in 8th. Brendan on the back of Gillone. Jameson with a lot of company right behind. No sign of the rain at the moment. Here comes Grassi on the back of Gary Cooper. Oh, he's made the switch back. Gary's gone way too deep into Vale. On the outside, coming through 17 and then into club. Roy Grassi takes 6th. That's a beautiful move from the newcomer. That's a lovely, lovely move indeed. And further up the road, Miles Dixon is hassling Jake Mays for 4th place as they bounce through Abbey. Oh, Dixon! Can he slow that one down? Outside manoeuvre coming through Village. Oh, what a move for the 52. What a move indeed. That's Miles Dixon. He's on fire tonight. What a great effort there. He's now on the back of Jameson. You see at the top of the shop, Brendan Van Heeden on the back of Andrew Gillow, but there's about 4/10, half a second between him. So he's not going to be making an immediate move just yet. But in the background, oh, never mind about that. Does Mays thinking about an inside manoeuvre, retaking that 4th position from Dixon. Dixon lets that one go. He knows that that move is done. But they're now side by side coming down towards Vale. Dixon on the outside, Mays on the inside. Oh, is he going to try and hold on to it? Bit of a nudge. That forces both of them off the road. And Grassie's going to probably pick up. No, not quite. I wonder whether Dixon had to give that back. Cooper's got a great ringside seat for what's going on ahead of him, but that's allowed Alex Jameson some much needed breathing space to start to chase off after the top 3. There he is, with certainly the fastest lap of the previous, with that 1:08.1. Well, that's the fastest lap of the race. I'm not entirely certain, but it probably is. He's now going to chase off after Van Heeden and Gillow, who are much closer together this time around. Checking in with our AM leader, or AM points leader. They're actually together once again. Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan with Matt Webb right in short order. Oh my goodness, Mark Holmes has just lost a spot to Jay Daniels. Lots of penalties on the board. From 4th to 8th with a penalty on. So that's going to really shuffle things up. We knew, I think Gary Cooper was one of, if not the first, to get a penalty on the board. Let's have a quick look at what they are. 1 for Grassie, 4 for Dixon, 2 for Mays, 4 for Cooper, 4 for Bailey, 4 for Holmes, 1 for Rhodes, 1 for Callahan, and 1 for Bent. Look at the lead battle though as it continues to rage on. Andrew Gillow fending off Brendan Van Heeden. There in the background is Jameson. Oh, as Dixon has just made a move on. Oh, well, there's lots of fighting going on here. That's the bump count. That wasn't the one I was aiming for. I was aiming for that one. We go on board with Gary Cooper. Oh, that's Jake Mays, who's now down to 6th position. Dixon 4th. Grassie 5. Mays 6th. Gary Cooper 7th. A good 7 seconds between themselves and Nick Bailey in 8th place as Dixon shaped up a move on the inside of Stowe. And he's got him. Miles Dixon. No, beg your pardon. There was Grassie trying the move and Dixon defends it. Lots of scrapping going on here for 4th. Unbelievable fight going on. That's the top 7 in that shot. As Gillen continues to press on and keep Brendan Van Heeden behind. Doesn't look like... Again, Jameson was... Oh no! Brendan is slowing! Not again! Not again! He's pulled off the road! Oh my goodness me! Brendan Van Heeden is out! He is gone! I don't believe it! What happened there? It had to be some kind of technical problem, as he didn't hit the back of Gillone, who now has got 2 seconds over Jameson. Well, everybody bar Gillone, of course, gaining a position as a result of it, as Mays now finds himself at the back of this particular pack. It's got the roof cam, it's a little easy to track. Oh, we'll go on board, why not? As Dixon really heavily defending from Cooper, as Grassie now up into the podium spots with the loss of Brendan. Fantastic racing there. Oh, is Mays going to try and shape up a move on Gary Cooper? Here he goes. Ooh, that looked very, very close and put Jake Mays very sideways going through Abbey, but Gary Cooper was the one in front. That's the battle for what is now 7th place. Nick Bailey and Carl Benson. Scuzzle versus rank dropper. Carl thinking about an inside manoeuvre. That's deep. That's very deep, but does manage to get it slowed down. Nicely done. Carl Benson now up into 7th position, but Nick Bailey's not going to let that go at all. Jake Daniels now up to 10th position. At last he's managed to sort out whatever it is, but of course he can lag. McRae Williams and Aaron Large in 11th and 12th. Mark Holmes with Colin Dunn, Matt Webb and Chris Callahan in short order. There they are. Another 10 seconds further back. There's Alex Rose. He will want tonight to end pretty quickly. Kev Straw fending off Adam Bent. And sadly Sean Morton looks like he's having more trouble. Very, very cautious through. They cut through that. As the AM Championship battle is not particularly hot at the moment. 3 seconds between the main contenders of Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan. Let's keep an eye on this still raging, intense battle for what is now 3rd place. As Gillone and Jameson just run off into the distance. So Dixon knocking on the door of the podium finish. Oh, Adam Bent. Oh no! Adam Bent's in trouble. He's off into the dust. And he is gone. We've lost another. And Matt Webb had a great fight with Colin Dunn and Mark Holmes for 13th place. There's Callahan. So he's still involved in that particular scrap. Looks like Cooper's starting to fall off the... Oh, a little bit deep going into Vale. He's beginning to fall off the back of Jake Mays a little bit. Has the penalty count changed? Oh, yeah, it has. 7 seconds for Miles Dixon. Goodness me. 36 seconds for Rhodes and 30 for Kev Straw. I think they might be appealed. So people... well, I mean, you need to push this track hard to get the best out of it anyway, but with only 3 minutes to go, it's unlikely we're going to get any rain. So that'll be something the drivers at least will be happy about. The top two are just gone. Well, there they are, Gillone and Jameson. Only a couple of laps to go. It's going to take a mistake from Andrew Gillone to not bring home the silverware for this final round. And there is Grassi. Great way to introduce yourself. Jake Mays thinking about an inside manoeuvre on Miles Dixon. Doesn't quite commit to it though. He is really hounding the Renault driver. And again, Mays thought about it, but great defensive work from Miles Dixon to keep the yellow BMW at bay. It's Jake doing a great job of keeping the pressure on. Gary Cooper a couple of seconds back now. 2 minutes remain. And wow, Jameson lost 2 seconds to Andrew Gillone that time around. So Andrew Gillone, I would say he can afford to back off a little bit, but he won't. And unfortunately, if you back off, it does invite the mistake to happen. Let's check in with battles further down the field. Toby Owen has actually caught the back of Nick Bailey and Carl Benson. We saw those two swap around for 7th earlier on, and now Toby Owen's looking to get involved. Wow, Nick Bailey's... Well, his lap time's 13. I bet he's added more to his penalty count. Where are you, Mr. Bailey? Yeah, you have. You're up to 7 seconds now. There's Jay Daniels, pretty much on his own. In 10th position, further back. Oh, that's Matt Webb on the back of Colin Dunn. Again, that is for... It's not quite top honours in the AMS. Who is that? Is that McRae? Oh, it is McRae, but... sorry, Mark is who I meant to say. Mark's still holding the lead in the AMS. Oh, is Alex Jameson beginning to close in on Andrew Gillone? Might there be a fight for the top spot? Well, not if you're going to go into the corner that sideways. Oh, that final podium spot battle is still raging on. Very, very close indeed between them. And Gary Cooper really has fallen off the back of this fight, but Jake May still wants to keep it live. Whoa! I thought that was going to get a little bit messy coming into Stowe there. It's going to be close as to when the checkered flag falls. There goes Gillone. No, he'll beat the flag from there. Final lap. Andrew Gillone has definitely lost quite a bit of time. Well, he's only actually lost 0.3 per second on that lap. And he can't afford to let up anymore. If anyone's going to pounce on an advantage like that, it's Jameson. But still, this three-way battle for the final podium spot rages on. Roy Grassi has it. Miles Dixon wants it. Jake Mays has already had it tonight. He had the win in the very, very rain-soaked opening round of tonight's races. Again, further back, there is Benson, Bailey and Owen in that scrap for 7th. An almighty great cavalcade here, which is McRae Williams, Aaron Large, Mark Holmes, Colin Dunn and Matt Webb that we're on board with. Chris Callahan is 3.5 seconds behind this particular battle. Oh, steady. Matt Webb really looking to do something about it. But, oh, Alex Jameson's actually given himself a penalty as well. But your winner of the final race of the night, it is the BMW of Andrew Gillone. Flash of the light, you should be happy about that. Alex Jameson crosses the line in 2nd position. Here comes Roy Grassi. Now the penalties are going to shuffle this lot around. Miles Dixon 4. Jake Mays is elevated to 4th. Miles Dixon 5. Gary Cooper comes home in 6th position. Here comes Carl Benson. Nick Bailey and Toby Owen. How's this going to shake up? Let's see. That's Nick Bailey down 1. That's the only shuffling he's gone on. Here comes Jay Daniels. Over the line in 10th place. Does that change? No, it doesn't. So Nick Bailey only lost 1 position due to penalties. Here comes McRae Williams 11. And that's... Oh, here we go. They all get shuffled around. So Aaron Large is 11th. McRae Williams 12th. Colin Dunn in 13th. Matt Webb 14th. Mark Holmes 15th. Chris Callahan is 16th position. That surely is going to give the AM title to Colin Dunn, but we'll wait for the points to be done on that one. Alex Rose 17, Kev Straw 18, and well, Sean Morton did have someone to fight with towards the end after that very odd start line issue.